Yes, evening. Shout out to Lady La. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. I like that. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Definitely had to speak on it. Definitely had to speak on it. Miss Atatiana Jefferson. Let some people get in the room. Gotta talk about it. Because I feel like, sadly, if people don't talk about it, things is going to continue happening like this. A sister gone. Miss Atatiana Jefferson passed on in her home. She was playing video games with her nephew. A neighbor decided to call a wellness check on her because, according to him, the front door and the side door was open. Cops come maybe 3-4 hours later. They don't go in the house. They don't knock on the door. They go around the house to the back. White cop shoots and kills Atatiana Jefferson in her own bedroom. Okay, we back in here. Sorry about that. Mr. Tatiana Jefferson shot in her home, right in her bedroom. Now, this continues to happen, sadly. That's the sad thing about it, is that this continues to happen. And what I feel like, and sadly, the message still hasn't gotten across. It still hasn't gotten across. Tragedies like this must be talked about, it must be seen, it must be heard, and it must not be ignored. It's a sad day when the passing or the death of a character on power is more treaded than the death of a sister playing with her nephew. That's the sad thing. We care so much more about a show than we do that a sister's now gone. That's just my opening thoughts on that. Shout out to NBC News. They definitely provided with an article. I'm not going to say it's biased, but it is the mainstream media. But for context, this is what we're going to use. Aaron Dean, that's the name of the cop. Aaron Dean. Now, supposedly, he was supposed to be fired today. However, he went before he was able to get fired. That's what the chief says. Before he was able to get fired, he resigned. He quit. Now, I must say that the police down there in Fort Worth, they definitely acted faster than a lot of people thought. I mean, he was charged. He was booked and charged with murder. Funny thing is, though, he was released on $200,000 bond. Get that easy. People with his connections, I'm sure he can get that easy. I just don't understand. Now, keep in mind, I consider this guy a rookie cop. He joined the force in April of 2018. A little over a year on the force. He's still a rookie. And another frightening thing about it is that he joined in his 30s. So he's not the youngest. That means that you have your set morals, you have your set values, you have your set principles. And this guy was allowed to graduate police academy. Does this look like a guy you would feel safe around? Let me blow you up, Aaron Dean. Let me blow you up. Does this look like the face of a man you would feel safe around? He looks crazy, bro. He looked crazy. He looked like he clearly was on something before this picture was taken or this mugshot was taken, whatever the hell this is. This is the face of a cop in 2019. This guy. Let me get him off real quick. So now I wonder, how is this going to change? That's my question. How is this going to change? What's going to be new? Because this can't continue. There's no way that this can continue. And I'm not even going to be talking any, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to be talking no reckless stuff on here. That's not me. I just try to be as honest as I possibly can. And I try to be objective. But as a homeowner and somebody who is willing to protect himself by any means, this is definitely frightening. They say in your own home is when you're supposed to feel the safest. You're not even safe in your own home. They don't even have to knock on the door now. They're going around the back and whatnot. For what? For what? Don't call listen, if you're a lady and you're in distress, right? What else are you going to do, right? Don't call the cops for anybody if you can't just knock on the damn door. Don't call the cops. If you're so concerned, go over there yourself real quick. Knock on the door. Figure it out for yourself. Don't call the cops for shit. Unless, of course, you are 100% absolutely in distress and there's nothing else you can do. Because the sad thing is, this is what's going to happen. That's the sad thing about it. That's the sad thing. And you don't want anybody that you know to be in this predicament. How many of us know people who own guns? How many of us know people who can honestly say that they know somebody with a gun in their house for protection. Or hell, even if it's not in their house, even if it's on their person. A lot of people, this is America. This is a gun-loving country. America loves guns. So if you see somebody in the house with a gun, and of course you didn't announce yourself, you're just going through the backyard and whatnot. You're not announcing yourself. You can't even bring a gun into the equation, is the point. You can't even bring a gun into the equation because at the end of the day, it's your home. And as a homeowner, you have the right to protect your property. And of course, your person if you feel threatened. This is a sad occasion. This is really a sad occasion. And the question is for me is what can be done now? What can be done to resolve this? Because if not, there's going to be more problems. There's going to be more problems that I'm sure a lot of people are not prepared to deal with. Are you really ready for that? One more time. Let me go ahead and put him on the screen because I gotta. Does this look like somebody that makes you feel safe? No way. There is no way this face right here makes you feel safe. That's how he takes his mugshot. Former Fort Worth officer Aaron Dean. And of course, he didn't get fired, he resigned. Let's remember that. He resigned. So now the question is, again, for me, now the question is, what next? What next now? This can't continue. And a lot of people will honestly say that talk is cheap, right? Get out there. And I agree with that. The time has come for people to just stop tweeting about things. Thoughts and prayers. It's a wrap for thoughts and prayers. It's time for actions. Maybe in some cases, repercussions. That's how I'm feeling on that. Rest in peace to Atatiana Jefferson. Another tragedy. The one thing I'll say before I leave is that some people would argue that it's so cut and dry, right? Woman in the house playing, cop doesn't announce himself, goes in the backyard, shoots through a window, right? You would think it's so cut and dry that there's just no possible way that he'll see a day in jail, right? Because we're so used to officers getting off. It's to the point now, guys, that people are not even looking forward to the charging, the booking, the jury process. People are looking for guilty verdicts and life in prison, long football numbers, numbers that they're willing to give anybody else who's a normal citizen who takes the life of another normal citizen. They have no problem giving out those football numbers. In some cases, life. In some cases, the death penalty. If they're human just like us, and no man is above the law, then they should be able to be held accountable just like the rest of us. Point blank, end of story, period. There should be accountability across the board. Because if there's not accountability, then obviously there are people that are above the law. There's already too many people thinking that, all you got to do is just be a cop and you get a license to kill. No, that should never be the standard. Never be the standard. Rest in peace to Atatiana Jefferson. A real, I would say American tragedy, but I'm going to say African-American tragedy, a real African-American tragedy. And my thoughts are that there's a time to be entertained, and then there's a time to be angry. And there's a time to step up as well. Appreciate you guys for listening. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. And I'm out.